Hey, happy Sunday. So today I want to talk about how we real estate agents come up with pricing on homes. I feel like the market is softening up a little bit. Opening up, I guess, is the right word for it. It's certainly not softening. But I've had the pleasure of pricing a lot of different property lately. And people ask me, what is it that you do to come up with this price? Because I looked on Zillow and here's what I found. So the process that I use, and I will say that not every real estate agent is using this, because I've been on a few appointments lately where the sellers have received a price but not the work behind it. So I just want to go over what I do. Yeah, you're right, Sarah. Oh, whatever. So I'm on Facebook Live right now. So if you're watching this as a recording, you can't see probably what's going on below the screen, but there's people commenting. So how I go about pricing property, and probably how Sarah O'Brien does it as well, is I will pull comps from within the last 6 months. I try to stay within the last 6 months because we have had enough sales between then and now. And a comparable property is a property that is the same style, about the same age. So we wouldn't pull a brand new construction listing for a home that was built in the 50s. So style, age, and location. I try to stay in the same town. If you can stay within a mile of the subject property, even better. But from there, we just kind of draw concentric circles outward. And then if you have to go to a different town, it would have to be a comparable town. So you wouldn't compare Kittery to Sanford, Maine, two different towns. So once we get some comps that are same style, same-ish age, same-ish location, we take those and we adjust. So this is where the magic of real estate happens. And this is, I think, what sets a good real estate agent apart, because we go in and say, I have a 3-bedroom ranch and I'm comparing it to a 2-bedroom ranch. Well, I know the value of a bedroom. I know the value of a bedroom in pretty much any southern Maine town, and that's work that I've done, and that's information that I have privilege to that I'm not sharing. But so I will adjust. So I will make these comparable properties by using math. I'll make these comparable properties become what I have as a subject property. And so when you receive from me a market analysis, you'll see all the comparable properties and the adjustments that were made to it. Now, when you're pulling comps, I usually will only pull sold comps, because that is proven that we have the value of that. And that's what an appraiser is going to use also. They very infrequently will pull something that's for sale or pending. But that's basically what we do. So what I do is I adjust all of those, and then I look at the average of the adjusted values. I look at the median number for the adjusted values. Then I open up the MLS and I look at what's on the market right now. And, I try to place the home in the market right now in the best possible spot. In this market, we don't want to price too high because appraisals are coming in a little bit lower. We don't want to price it too low either, because we don't want to be inundated and overwhelmed with offers that simply are just not good enough for the property. So that's basically what we do. And then I'll make a recommendation. It's always, it's not my home to sell. It's always up to the seller as to what they ultimately will price their property at. But it's up to us as professional agents to give great advice, to really try to dial it in as close to the appraised value as possible. And I'll tell you that, you can price your home at whatever you want. You can get as many offers as you want and up to whatever value, but a good agent is going to say to you, listen, this is what your house is going to appraise for. And you really want to keep that in mind, unless you have a cash buyer, that you don't want to be panicking 2 weeks before you're closing about the value of the appraisal coming in. And that's really where there's a lot of value, is that when I price a house right here, I know I'm not scared waiting for the appraisal. I'm not on pins and needles seeing if it's going to appraise or not. I know I did the work. I can show an appraiser my work and show where I've got my numbers from. And I know my markets very well. I do not work in markets where I'm not confident on my values. So that's it. That's how we price a house. If you've got any questions, comments, concerns, you can feel free to send me a message here. If you are watching this on YouTube, my phone number is also below, but you can call, email, text 207-251-9535. It's a dreary Sunday afternoon, and I'm going to be in this office all day getting work done. Have a great day, guys.